Hey everybody, happy Tuesday evening, happy Cinco de Mayo. Hope you people have some things you're going to do to celebrate. I do. I would have a beer right now, but I'm having a homemade margarita later, so I think I'll hold out for that. So yeah, hello. First of all, thank you to everybody who tuned in on Saturday and supported my bout of theatrics. That will happen again at some point in some way. I don't know when. For those of you who didn't see it, go back on the timeline or into my YouTube playlist. Full outfit and accent. Robert Smith from The Cure, because that's one of my all-time favorite bands. So I did the whole thing and loved every minute of it. I had a great time, and again, thank you to people who gave a few bucks. As always, that is super appreciated. Housekeeping note. These are housekeeping notes. That's what we call them. The other thing, I have a new album out. It's an EP, 5-song EP. It's the first of many for this year. And not only is it on my website and my Bandcamp site, but it is now officially on Spotify and iTunes. So I will share those links. If you have an opportunity to check it out, please do. Every stream helps. But that's not what this show is about. This show is about the person looking over my shoulder. Imagine, you don't have to imagine this. Most households, the average household, you grow up listening to the music that your parents play, first off, and then, grow into other things that you choose, etc. But you're very much influenced by music that was around when you were a kid. Now, imagine that some of that music is not just music that your parents play, but music that a parent, in this case a dad, actually performs and sings and has recorded and records. And consider the influence that might have on your music listening and tastes and things like that. Now imagine that you also have an inclination to want to create and perform yourself. So you can figure out that the music you hear as a kid, no matter what it is going to influence you as a performer, as a creator. If some of that music is your own dad's music, then yeah, that's going to be a big one. So this entire set is dedicated to my dad, who's stuck in South Jersey. I'm sure that he and my mom are doing fine. And for those of you who don't know my dad, his name is spelled frickin' backwards, because, that's how they do it. Is not Eakin, it's Nicky DeMatteo. So he has been a performer since he was a child, and has been and became a recording artist in the late 1950s, and did many recordings of all different kinds, covers and originals and all of that for a long time. In fact, a couple of the songs that I have that I'm going to be releasing this year, he sings with me. In particular, a cover of a song of his that I've done. And he's had a very long career, and there's a lot of his stuff that's out there on YouTube and various other places. My mom released a whole bunch of it, almost all of it, recently, and so you can find it there. But other people in the world still know and remember and love him, and have posted things on YouTube and such like. And we'll be talking a little bit about most of the songs as I play them. But these are songs that my dad either wrote or covered, and in some cases covered exclusively, meaning he was the only artist to actually record it and release that, with one or two exceptions, and has had, like I said, a very long career. And so as you listen, first of all, please pay attention to this music and go and find it when I send you the links, because he deserves every single listen that you could possibly give him. But also see if you can hear any commonality between the songs that I'm playing and some of the music that I create. This set is going to be 7 songs. and I am calling it the Issue Sandwich with Love Bread. And this is why. The first and last song, you know, love songs, I guess. And all the songs in the middle, I'm realizing I'm really paying attention to the lyrics now more than anything, because I have to kind of learn them, sort of. And man, these dudes in these songs have issues. And they either want to leave, or they're leaving, or they're trying to get somewhere. They're telling somebody else not to leave, or it's crazy, and kind of awesome and kind of fun. So that's why I've named it the Issue Sandwich Set. So that's my talking part, and here's my singing part. When I need company, I call on you to sing about me. Wanna walk about it, talk about it, tell all the world about you. When you're with me, so much fun. You're all the good things wrapped up in one. I wanna walk about it, talk about it, tell all the world about you. I wanna walk, I wanna talk about. I'm gonna tell the world I love you. I wanna live, I wanna give. We'll have a love that's a built for two. You're so fine, you're so sweet. You're a little love and it can't be beat. I wanna walk about it, talk about it, tell all the world about you. Talk. I'm gonna tell the world I love you. I wanna live, I gotta give. Oh, we'll have a love that's built for two. You're so fine, you're so sweet. You're there to love and it can't be beat. I wanna walk about it, talk about it, tell all the world about you. About it, talk about it, tell all the world. I wanna walk about it, talk about it, tell all the world about you. Yeah, oh, the songs that you're hearing were recorded in the 60s and 70s. That was a 60s song. And, you know, he recorded certainly before then and after then, but that was kind of the primary period, and the one that influenced me the most, certainly. So you may have or may not have noticed over my shoulder a little hat, and this hat has the name of the next song on it. Oh man, and it's going to be backwards. So let me see if you can read backwards. Please enjoy this. I'm not going to try to pronounce it backwards. It's a hat I've had since I was a small child. That was, I think, put together when this song was recorded. It was one of the singles that my dad released in the early 1970s. And this is what I'm calling Travel Song Number 1, the East Coast episode. Because if you could read backwards, you know that the name of this song is Heading for New York City. Driving south on 91, moving along the setting sun. He was coming up ahead, thumbing. Stopped so fast I damn near died. I told her she should hop inside, and I remember what she said. She told me she was headed for New York City, looking for the life she saw in some magazine. She told me she was headed for New York City, gonna be a moving picture star or a TV queen. He asked where I was going. I said wherever the wind is blowing and I can find a friend. Didn't
why don't you come with me? But the city and I, we don't agree on that, you can depend. She told me she was headed for New York City, looking for the life she saw in some magazine. She told me she was headed for New York City, gonna be a moving a picture star or a TV queen. Hours passed and the night came down, the crossroads of some little town. I woke her from her rest. She picked her bag up from the floor and said goodbye as she closed the door and walked south as I drove west. She told me she was headed for New York City, looking for the life she saw in some magazine. She told me she was headed for New York City, gonna be a moving picture star or a TV queen. Yeah, she told me she was headed for New York City, oh, looking for the life she saw in some magazine. She told me she was headed for New York City, gonna be a moving picture star or a TV queen.
Oh, thank you, audience. So yeah, she did move to New York City, and she is me. That's right, baby. Yeah, so this next song, 60s song, like mid-60s. And I don't know why, I've always loved this one. And partly it's because of the production value of the song. It just has that, there's just a certain sweet spot in the 60s when pop music production of a certain kind really hit the mark. And this is a song that did that. You won't hear any of that here because I'm playing it on acoustic guitar. So I urge you to click the links. I made a Spotify playlist of all of these tunes, except for one that's not on Spotify for some reason. And I have a link to that somewhere else. But you'll have an opportunity to hear this song. And if you're looking for it, it's called Crackin' Stone.
I'm up in the morning at the crack of dawn, and I work myself to the bone. Oh, I got a lot of misery in this job that I'm on, 'cause my job is cracking stone. Cracking stone, cracking stone. There's a lot of things a whole lot easier to do than to crack stone. Oh, I'm swinging at a sledge from a 7 to 5,000 miles from my hometown, and I'm thinking that, oh baby, I don't wanna be alive since you put me down. Cracking stone, cracking stone. There's a lot of things a whole lot easier to do than to crack your heart of stone. Gonna work a little harder, gonna get to be boss. I'll get rich and then I'll call you my own. And if that's not the answer, then I'm really at a loss of how to crack your heart of stone. Cracking stone, cracking stone. There's a lot of things a whole lot easier to do than to crack your heart of stone. Cracking stone, yeah, cracking stone. There's a lot of things a whole lot to crack your heart of stone, then to crack your heart of stone, then to crack your heart of stone.
Nice.
There are two versions of that song. I don't know if the second one's anywhere, really, but there's one where the backups are like vocals, I don't know, kind of almost like a multi-part harmony train type thing. I don't know if that makes sense. But yeah, and I go back and forth as to which one I like the best, but the one you'll hear I think is the better one because it's a little more subtle, and just please go listen to it. I'm going to talk a little bit for the next song about a term called Northern Soul for a reason, and the song I just played would be considered part of that. It's a genre. This next one is an original, written by one Nicky DeMatteo, not me, from actually the album behind me, the eponymous album from the 70s. A lot of great songs on there. That's also online on YouTube and all the other places. So please look for it and click the links, etc. And I've had different favorites for different eras, different times in my life. For some reason, this one has been creeping up on me, you can say. Let's try it again.
Lonely one, lonely for someone to belong to. Lonely one, nobody cares enough to want you. You long for anyone to say good day, be your friend, and yet no one takes time to even glance your way. They ignore you, lonely one. You feel like you can't go on living. When you cry, they all just turn away and close their eyes. They're blind to all the good in you. Don't let it hurt you so, 'cause deep inside they are much lonelier than you. They're blind to all the good in you. Don't let it hurt you so, 'cause deep inside they are much lonelier than you. Lonely one, lonely one, lonely one, so lonely, lonely one, lonely one, so lonely, lonely one, so lonely, Yeah, I don't know who that's about, but that is freaking sad. Oh, hearts are beating. So this is the one I'm calling Travel Song Number 2, the West Coast edition. You'll hear it in the lyrics, in them lyrics. And it's a song called I'll Be There, and there's a few things about it that you should know. First of all, my dad's from Philly, we're from Philly. And a lot of other awesome musicians are from Philly, including the band Hall & Oates.
And if you listen to this recording, which is on the Spotify playlist and a YouTube playlist that I made as well, you will hear a scorching guitar solo. And that is by a mostly unknown session musician in the early 70s named John Oates. Mm-hmm. So there's a little Hall & Oates connection there. And secondly, Northern Soul. So Northern Soul is a genre of music that's basically another way to say kind of rock-influenced white boy soul in a sense. And there's a huge, huge, huge following for that to this day in parts of Britain. I feel like I want to say in the northern part especially, but that could just be because of the word. But other places in the world as well. And the reason I know that is because a few years ago I searched for this song. Every now and then, you know, it's like you Google yourself. Well, yeah, but I Google my dad too. And I found this song on YouTube that somebody else had posted, and they called it a Northern Soul classic. And then I looked up Northern Soul, and I did all the reading and research and everything. So if you have a chance to kind of look up some other Northern Soul songs, you probably get a real kick out of what songs are in that group. This is definitely one. And this is one of my favorite production-wise, recordings of his. And I think it was 71 or something like that. So that had that real kind of, again, there's another kind of sweet spot for production there. It's called I'll Be There.
It's a ride from Frisco, heading for LA. I said, baby, give it 2 days. And I told her where to stay. She said, I heard that before. Now this time will be your last. You got 2 days to make LA, and you better make it fast. Yeah. I'll be there, I'll be there. Wait, wait for me. I'll be there, I'll be there. Wait, wait for me. Yeah. I'll be there, I'll be there. Wait, wait for me. Said I'll be there, I'll be there. Wait for me. 30 miles from Frisco, sweating through my clothes. Well, I'm so tired that I can't see, and my shoes are worn to the toes. No one gives rides on Sunday, no one goes my way. I gotta make it to LA, I only have 1 day. I'll be there, I'll be there. Wait, wait for me. I'll be there, I'll be there. Wait, wait for me. Say I'll be there, I'll be there. Wait for me.
Do I sound like John Oates?
Taking a token, walking, policeman pulled alongside. He said, come on buddy, put your hands in the air, we're going for a ride. I said, please Mr. Policeman, don't bust me, you see, because I'm heading for LA. He said, I don't care where you're going, son, you're going with me today. Oh, in your ear, in your ear, cop, let me be. Now in your ear, cops arresting me. I'll be there, I'll be there. Wait, wait for me. wait for me.
Thank you. I don't know if you ever got there, but I do know this. Both of those songs are also about hitchhiking. So, you know, 70s.
With your mind.
Yeah. This song, with your mind. I don't know why. Yes, we're all hitchhiking with our minds right now. To get out of here. I don't know. This is one of those songs where I'm like, James, Christmas, why was this not a hit single? You know, and I can say that about a lot of his songs, but, you know, this is in the era of, like, Gordon Lightfoot, and I'm mentioning him, A, because I played his songs before, and I secretly love the dude. B, I just found there's a documentary of Gordon Lightfoot coming out in the summer that's going to co-star some people talking about him, such as Geddy Lee from Rush, because the dude's Canadian, Sarah McLachlan, and Alec Baldwin. So, right. But this song, man, would fit right into that. It's just a beautiful song. I'm gonna do a little tune-up while I'm talking about it. Should have been doing that, right? So yeah, this song has a B-side too, which I think is also pretty darn nice sounding. It's got a gospel tinge to it, but it just didn't, I don't know, it didn't quite fit this set. This won't be the last time, by the way, that I play songs of my dad's. I'm going to fit them into other sets, etc., etc. And who knows, maybe if we can work out some type of an electronic, digital, fangled thing, we can get my dad to perform at some point. But you know, for now, you got to sell for the sun. And this song here, though, is... Again, you know, it's an issue song. This dude has issues, but it's called Birds.
The birds are calling, I hear them every night. My star is falling, I need to find another light to follow. So I'll say goodbye to you now. Try and understand that I now need to find my somewhere, somehow, and must leave you in my past. The hardest part is leaving you. I don't know what to say. I never tried deceiving you. I must go. You must stay. I see the rain, it's in your eyes. I used to see the sun, and all your love has come undone. I must go. You must stay. The birds are calling, I hear them every night. My star is falling, I need to find another light to follow. So I'll say goodbye to you now. and understand that I now need to find my somewhere, somehow, and must leave you in my past. Bring them out. Thank you for listening tonight. This is the last song
Roy said you're a good son.
of the dozens of songs that I could have picked. Thank you, Royce. My parents will be the judge of that. And this is a song that has been like my favorite since I was a child. And you know, favorites change when you have an artist that you enjoy, like with the Beatles and stuff. And this one, it was such a favorite of mine that I decided to record my own version. And if you remember way back, because I know you're watching all of these and remembering them and committing them to memory, yeah, that's right. Power to live music. I did a piano set a few weeks ago now, in which I included another song of my dad's called I Want to Be Lonely that I did a cover of. And I put that in the Spotify playlist because if you didn't hear his original version of that, again, sweet spot in the 60s, production, listen to it. Just go to the Spotify playlist and listen to it, or the YouTube playlist if you don't have Spotify. And this is another song that I did a cover of. The I Want to Be Lonely is actually on, coincidentally, the EP that I just released that is also on Spotify and on iTunes and all of that. It's the last song of the 5 songs on there. This next song will be released officially later this year. But it was my dad's biggest hit. It was also recorded by a couple of other artists. I want to say frickin'... Was it Patsy Cline? Somebody like that? I don't know. I might know. Petula Clark, maybe? It's PC, right? I don't really remember. It was probably one of those fine women. I'm not versed in that era, really. But I believe my dad's charted higher. It may not have. I don't remember, but I do know that when you hear the original of this, you will understand why it was a hit of any kind. And the version I'm going to play is kind of partly my dad's version, partly my version, which is actually more kind of a emo pop rock version, and then partly a completely made up version because it's on acoustic guitar. And it's a song called Suddenly. Suddenly I fell in love, so deep in love I can't recover. Suddenly you smiled at me, it had to be, there is no other. Can't explain the reason why I love you, love you, love you, love you. Know that when love came to me, it came so suddenly. Suddenly I took your hand, you held my hand, no words were spoken. Quietly we walked alone and talked alone till dawn had broken. Found the words to tell you why I love you, love you, love you, love you. Know that when love came to me, it came so suddenly. In my secret dreams of love, I pictured that first kiss. But my wildest schemes of love never fashioned them. Suddenly I took your hand. Quietly we walked alone and talked alone till dawn had broken. Found the words to tell you I love you, love you, love you, love you. Know that when love came to me, it came so suddenly. Oh, in my secret dreams of love, I pictured that first kiss. But my wildest schemes of love never fashioned this. Suddenly I took your hand and you held my hand. No words were spoken. Quietly we walked alone and talked alone till dawn had broken. Found the words to tell you I love you, love you, love you, love you. Know that when love came to me, it came so suddenly.
Thank you, everyone, for listening, as always, and tuning in. And please click all the links and listen to all the songs and send all the Venmos and all that stuff, because we love you either way. And Catherine and I, will be back on Thursday night for a set of rousing rockin' tunes. I'm psyched for that. I was psyched for this. This is the guy. Please look him up. Boom. Nicky DeMatteo, whatever it says there. I don't know. Here. Now, can you read it? No, that doesn't make a bit of difference. Nicky DeMatteo, people. I'll see you Thursday. Thanks.